Hello, in this video we'll show you how to round prices in Shopify markets without spreadsheets using Ablestar. We'll give you an overview of the problem, how to make the changes with Ablestar Bulk Product Editor, how to revert the changes, and finally we'll talk about a few things to keep in mind as you're setting these fixed prices for Shopify markets. Let's get started. The problem with Shopify Market's automatic currency conversion is that you lose the rounding. For example, here we have a nice price ending in .95 for our sandals. However, when we go over to the catalog view and we see it gets converted to euros, the decimal points become 0.90, and this can change depending on the price because Shopify does a conversion and just gives you that exact price. What we can do using Ablestar Bulk Product Editor, though, is create fixed prices for these markets where the fixed price is rounded exactly how you would like it. Now, to apply these custom rounding rules, we can open up Ablestar Bulk Product Editor and we'll create a new edit. Here we select the products that we want to edit. In this case, we'll use a save search for Adidas shoes. We'll go over to Edit Products. Once here in Field to Edit, we'll do a search for European Union and we'll choose the European Union Catalog Price field. And we want to set the fixed price. Now, if we look down below, we have two configuration settings, one here to change the price field and one to change the compare at price. We first want to set the price for the EU market to be a percentage of the USD price. If we go over to Google, we can see the current exchange rate, which is 0.85, which would translate to 85%. So we could set that here. We would add, to be safe, maybe 2% for the currency conversion fee by Shopify, so we would set this to 87%. We give the app just a second and it will calculate the new prices for these products here. Now the next thing we want to do is add our custom rounding rules. So here we can say round decimals, if we wanted to 99, and then the prices would be set to, in this case, 43.99. We can also round these up to whole numbers. So if we wanted the prices to go to the nearest 10, we could do that here as well. So we give that a second, the price would become 50. We'll go back to rounding the decimals to the nearest, say 99, and then we'll do the same settings for the compare at price. So here we're saying the compare at price to be 87% of the base compare at price, which is in US dollars, and then we'll also round the decimals to 99. Give the app a second and then we can come down here, verify that everything looks good, and also open up this box to see every single variant for a product. Once this all looks correct, we can make the changes. We just move over here and click on Run Edit, and then the app will start processing these in the background. We'll skip ahead until this is finished, but it should just take a couple seconds or a couple minutes to run. Okay, now the edit's complete. That took just under 3 minutes. And if we go back to the Shopify admin and refresh, the price used to be $42.90. And now we can see that it's rounded up to $43.99, which is what we wanted in our case. So that's it. That's how you can modify the rounding and set Shopify market prices without having to use a spreadsheet. Now, if we go back to the app, we can take a closer look at the edit history. Here we see all the variants that were edited with their new prices. If there had been a fixed price set for that variant before, we would see that here below. Now at this point, if you want to revert the changes, there's two ways you can do it. One is to click undo, and what this will do is this will set back every price on that market to the value that it was before. If there was no fixed price before, it will fall back to the automatic prices. The other way we can do is just simply unset the fixed prices for these products. To do that, the easiest way will be to click on Clone, which will load up a copy of the edit with the same product selected. Then we'll go back to Edit Products, and we see that we have the EU Catalog Price field selected again. Now, instead of setting the fixed price, we're going to clear the fixed price. We'll do that. It'll run through, give us a preview just saying everything is blank, and then we will run the edit. And what this will do is this will set all the prices back to the automatically adjusted price that Shopify was using before. That's all there is to it. One thing we do want to keep in mind is when you set fixed prices for a product, those prices will be fixed. They won't change. So if you have things like changes to your base prices or changes to the exchange rate, you'll need to modify those as well, maybe with another edit. Otherwise, your prices for a specific market may be out of sync with the prices across the board. One option you have with this is using a reoccurring edit, maybe to update the prices daily based on any changes that you make to the base price. And that's all there is to it. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to our support, and you can find Ablestar Bulk Product Editor on the Shopify App Store. Thanks for watching.